Hi, my name is Kim Crow. So I am 41 and I'm a mother of one 11-year-old son. His name is Peyton. And my husband and I will be celebrating 15 years of marriage in May, early May. And I love God and I love my church that I attend in Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, where I've lived for 15 years. And I lead worship at my church, and I also love gardening. I've grown up in church my entire life, and I've read the Bible, but I wasn't really always consistent in having a quiet time. Like I would, attend Bible studies and try to keep up with the reading and the homework. I wasn't ever really consistently in God's Word every single day. Honestly, before Rooted Moms, I could even say that I hadn't ever read through the Bible completely. I was one of those people in January that would get the 1-year Bible and start off reading it and to be really, really great for a month maybe. And then you hit Chronicles and all those really hard books and I would get stuck and I would just give up. I would fall behind and I would just give up. Katie Gibson, who is my childhood friend, I've known her since middle school, actually reached out to me. And it was after the pandemic hit in 2020 where, nobody was going anywhere. And she reached out to me and mentioned that she was starting up this small group that was going to be meeting online since you couldn't really go anywhere or be around anybody. And I, of course, was like, yes, because I was desperate for some community. So I've been a part of a small group since 2020 when I joined. I haven't ever stopped. And I love the community that the small groups give. You have accountability, to desire to read the plan and then have things to share. And then the community is wonderful where we share our lives with each other. And even though we haven't necessarily met each other in person, but we can have relationships with people who live all over the country, even in different time zones. And we'll meet and talk through God's Word and what we got out of that week's reading. And then we get to share prayer requests. And I know that when I share prayer need in my life, I know that the ladies that are in my group are praying for me just as I am praying for them and their needs. I love the ladies in my group. I love my group leader. Her and I have been co-lead in her group for the last 2 years, and I have grown so much in God's Word. I have read through the Bible now 4 times. I feel so much more connected to God's Word. And now that I go back and I read and I remember this from last year. I remember reading this. Each time God always shows me something and takes me deeper in His Word. When I go through and I read that reading plan, I feel so refreshed and revived and encouraged. And it's a joy to read God's Word. I've fallen in love with God's Word because of Rooted Moms. It has helped me to better teach my son about God's Word. I just take every opportunity that anytime God has shown me something from reading God's Word because of the plan from Rooted Moms that I just am telling people. And I'm more open to sharing what God's done in my life with other people and come alongside of one another and walk this Christian walk together because God never meant for us to walk it alone.
I remember the first conversation we had because I was sitting on the back porch and I thought, wow, this girl has a lot to say. I like her.
I do like to talk. But face to face, in person, we just met today.
For the first time?
For the first time, in person. I love Debbie. I would consider her a mentor to me because she has so much wisdom and so much knowledge on God's Word. And she is actually the reason that I've fallen in love with God's Word and just crave that because her heart for God's Word is so deep. You love it. And you've made me fall in love with God's Word.
So much. Thank you. So sweet. And I love Kim because she's always incredibly present. She knows exactly what's going on. She has read the Bible. She has something to say, something to interject. I love that we truly do care about each other. And small things we care about, big things we care about. And we've actually seen amazing answers to prayer. And I could enumerate those easily. And we're not talking about things that happen just in Bible times or amazing answers to prayer that happened in the old days. We're talking about this year for people that are in the Rooted Moms group. So it's something that's really vital and alive, and it's amazing to be part of it.